Hey y'all, I'm just gonna take about a game's worth of footage and talking to just go over some of the thoughts I have surrounding Titanfall 3 and all the stuff going on recently with Respawn and all that drama, as it were. So, I'm just gonna get into a game real quick, and then I'll just start rattling off some shit off the dome. As you can see, I'm Gen 10. I play this game a good amount, so I'd like to think my opinions at least have some sort of weight. I'm no game dev. I'm no Gen 100. I'm no veteran, but I like to think I know a decent bit about the game. Oh, lovely. Here's my Angel City. Now turned to Night City, courtesy of the Vanilla Plus mod. I have a bunch of other mods going, but this is one of my favorites. Let's just go Star, Torch, and Battery. Oh, let's be, why not? Not a whole lot of people I know in here. That's kind of crazy. Let's get it going. Anyway, yeah, Titanfall 3. I think, obviously there was a lot of teasing going on, a lot of cryptic shit. These little hints, the Nessies. I'm gonna be playing terrible, by the way, because I'm talking and playing at the same time and actually trying to get thoughts out. But, yeah, there's these hints going on, essentially. And I think when a game studio does stuff like that, it is almost always, not always, but it's rarely going to end up how they think. And I think the idea was to generate Titanfall hype so that the thing they released in Apex, that being the cinematic and backstory of newest Apex character, Conduit, I believe. I guess her thing is that she has a Titan battery, essentially plugged into her exosuit or whatever, and that gives her all these crazy abilities. And, while that is a cool idea, and I do, like, don't get me wrong, I think Apex is alright, and I like that they're trying to connect the universes. However, I think simply because of the fact that Apex exists and Titanfall 3 doesn't, and, like, even if both games are great, a lot of people don't like Battle Royales, myself included, right? And at the end of the day, when you're trying to bridge these two communities, it is probably not going to end up how you think. People are bitter, right? People hold grudges. Especially that, like, you're online, right? There is no consequence to being just a complete dickhead and just saying whatever the fuck. Like, I'm spewing my shit on this dumbass video, right? This is completely unscripted. So, I'm probably gonna maybe say some nothing burgers and kind of go back on myself in this shit. Like, Apex has a wide fan base, Titanfall has a smaller, but still big fan base. And all this teasing, I feel like you're not... Yeah, you just can't bridge that gap with something that is exclusive to one game that the other basically blames for the failure of their favorite, right? Myself kind of included. I think Apex is alright. I've played a fair share of it. I've probably around 150, maybe 200 hours on it. I've played it a good bit with my friends when new updates come out. But it just doesn't grab me. There's a lot of enemies there. It just does not, I don't know. I'm not a Battle Royale guy. And I think the movement is cool, but nothing's going to be as good as Titanfall in that regard. That being said, though, I think one of the issues with Titanfall, I think Titanfall has a similar but not exactly parallel problem as something like Ultra Kill. If you ever see someone play Titanfall, streaming usually, and it's their first time, and there's people in chat who are like Titanfall veterans, it's just going to be a lot of like, oh my god, get a load of this guy, he's not even using the movement. Sometimes it's nice people, right? Most of the time it's nice people. It's the same thing with Ultra Kill, right? Most people who play it are sane. Sane, normal individuals. Well, that can be debated, but sane, normal individuals, at least in terms of they're not outwardly being dickheads all the time. And, in Titanfall, it's a similar case, right? It's a game that has a very high skill ceiling. There's a lot of really crazy things you can do. Just cracked out movement. Just all around, just an adrenaline rush experience, right? And I think that is what draws people to it. And I think this fan base... Okay, I need to focus. Fucking hell, I'm playing like an idiot and talking like an idiot. I think trying to bridge a gap between a fan base that is so... I mean, I'm just going to say it. Titanfall fans, we circle jerk the fuck out of this game. We think this game is God's greatest gift to mankind. But it obviously has some glaring problems. I mean, why did it get beaten by... Like, I think this game is better than Battlefield 1. Of course, right? And everyone's going to be like, oh, why did they release it between Battlefield and Infinite Warfare? But, like, those were, in my opinion, yeah, there's obviously the argument of... Wow, what a shot. Of, like, oh, it's the big name fallacy, right? It's like, oh, they're the big, it's COD, right? It's going to sell many copies anyway. But even in that case, just had to thank that guy's... Like music? Okay, I'm not. Nice charge rifle shot. Alright, I shut the fuck up there because I'm just really trying to focus, which is not what I should be doing. I should be I should be talking in the YouTube video I'm about to make. But I think all the bitterness is a symptom of a larger issue, right? This game is so intense, so... I mean, it has a high skill ceiling. It takes a lot of muscle memory, practice, and mechanical skill to, like, to do all this shit. And I'm not just trying to toot my own horn here, like, I'm moving around right now. But, like, I've been playing this game for a long-ass time, so I can fucking talk and do this shit, right? Like you see I'm fucking cutting corners and, like, tap strafing and whatever. And, like, and even then, I'm by no means a great player. Like, I think I'm alright at the game. But I think that because this game is so niche, so focused, so... like, it caters to a very specific community. At the end of the day, you're going to have a lot of diehards, and that leads to a very, very closed, tight-knit community forming that basically are like, yeah, this is the best thing ever. This is the greatest thing. Nothing else is going to come close, right? Like, all these COD fanboys, all these Battlefield fanboys, they don't know. They don't know that they're sitting on the greatest game of all time. But if you showed this game to them, they would be like, yeah, it's alright. It's not my cup of tea. Like, I think it's cool, but it's not my bag. That's usually the response you're going to get with people who are like, you know, who just play COD, right? It's like, in a word, they're the casuals, right? And I don't mean that with hate. Like, some people, it's like, yeah, you have a fucking 9 to 5 or multiple jobs, and, like, the only time you play games is, like, you come home, you play, like, an hour of Call of Duty on fucking Sunday, Saturday, whatever. And that is perfectly fine. You are not obligated to play a ton of a game. And I think that because of this, I'm kind of losing my train of thought here, because I'm also trying to shoot motherfuckers. Damn, e-smoke grenades, don't see those very often. That's my train of thought. But I think because we have such this tight-knit community, we basically, we're saying, oh, this is the best game, this is the best game, this is the best thing ever. And we're refusing to see the flaws. And we're like coping with the idea that this game could have major issues that, like, yeah, maybe Respawn doesn't want to make a third one. It's like, obviously the gaming industry is not in its best state right now. And there's all the greed, there's all the microtransactions, whatever. And people, like, one of the arguments for Titanfall 3 is like, I don't want it to come out now because, simply because it was made by EA and in this current state, right? It's just going to have it's going to have a battle pass, it's going to have, like, excessive microtransactions, it's going to have all the problems that games now have. And I think that's a very valid argument. Oh, this poor Legion. Oh, poor guy. Poor guy. Oh, God. My audio's getting all fucked up. Ah, okay. But I think that because of just this idea, of just this zeitgeist in the community of like, oh, this is like, people don't know this is the best game. Why? It's so underrated, it's so underrated. If you watch any Titanfall video, anything, any content about Titanfall that is just like talking about its failure or its successes, the term underrated is going to be said so many times that it loses meaning. And, like, I still think it's true. I still think Titanfall is underrated. But it is just something that is repeated to the ends of the earth. And again, I still think it is true to a degree. This game is only ever talked about in a positive light. So, and then that further feeds into the issue, right? That means, like, it's like, I only hear good shit about this game. Like, why is this game not popular? And I think that's because simply because of the systems in this game and how niche of an audience they cultivate. It invites closed-mindedness, effectively. I don't know if I'm conveying my point with that well, but it invites closed-mindedness. I think this zeitgeist that gets cultivated around this game, due to all these sentiments, it's not helping. And when all this drama was happening, right? When all this, like, oh, there's Nessies, there's this transmission from Respawn, like, all this really promising stuff, I was thinking, like, wait, like, Titanfall 3 might be coming. I just missed that shot. But I don't think it is. Right? I don't think if it's coming in years. Maybe fucking decades. I don't know. Something down the road for a new studio. So I was trying to temper my expectations. I was trying to say to myself, it's going to be, at the most, it is going to be like a map pack for Titanfall 2. Of like old maps. Of old Titanfall 1 maps. Something like that, right? That's what I think it's going to be. Not Titanfall 3. And I'm gonna eject real quick. Oh god, I'm gonna get SMG'd across the map. Alright, now I can say some more shit. I was trying to temper my expectations. I was gonna say, it's a map pack, it's gonna be like a little DLC, maybe a remaster at most. But at the end of the day, it's probably going to be Titanfall stuff in Apex. And that's what we got. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're either never getting Titanfall 3, or it is a long... If it is a thing, it is a long way down the road. It is a long way down the road, pilots. So, the best thing that we as a community, in my opinion, can do right now is shut the fuck up, honestly. Is shut the fuck up. In a respectful way, is shut the fuck up. And like, people have been saying this, right? There's that Bricker guy, you may have seen him on your feed before. He kind of rose because he just discovered Titanfall, and he was like a bit of a poster child of like the returning of Titanfall, right? Changing my Titan, using North Star. And he was like, he's basically saying the same shit I am right now. He's like, oh yeah, you know, just enjoy Titanfall 2 while you can. Titanfall 3 is like, if it's coming, it's a long ass way down the road. Just accept it and keep playing the game. And that's, I think that too. Keep playing the game, right? But experiment. Change your loadouts, do goofy shit. Install mods. Right now, I mean, I'm not in North Star right now, but I'm using North Star mods. I'm using client-side mods that don't affect the game. I mean, I have one that I guess is game affecting, and you could call it cheating. I have a dedicated button for Warpfall instead of normal Titanfall on my Titan, which I guess in a way is cheating. But I always forget I have it, so I haven't even used it yet. But, so, you know, sue me, fucking report me, whatever. I'm not gonna kill this guy, it's just AFK. But yeah, cherish the game we have, right? I mean, what's the other example of this? Other TF2, Team Fortress 2. You know, yeah, it's getting occasional updates. There was the stuff with the bots for a while, and it was the same thing. It was like, it's like, yeah, the problems are never gonna get solved. The devs have abandoned us. Like, I'll just cope and keep playing the game and hope it gets fixed, right? And I think I wasn't following the TF2, Team Fortress 2 stuff for a while, so I don't actually know the solution to that, but I think there was a resolution of some kind. Like, the devs purged some of the bots, they added like a small, but you know, still like valuable update, right? And I think at the end of the day, that's the best thing you could hope for, is... Because there's these minor things, right? They're still changing the weekly game modes. The servers are back up to, like, palatable levels of player, right? Like, it's a fucking... Like, I'm down with the sickness right now. I've been recovering from the flu. And I'm just fucking chilling at home, playing Titanfall on a Thursday at, like, what, it's 3 right now? And there's 3,000 players online. I mean, that's still not that many. But it is a far cry from what it used to be. Holy fuck. I just peeked the fuck out of my mic, by the way. I might edit that out in post. But, holy shit. It used to be like less than 1,000. Like on weekends, it was maybe 2,000, maybe 3,000. But now on weekends, and at the right times, like if it's midnight on a Saturday, 5,000, 6,000 people online. Minimum. It's crazy shit. And I'm so glad to see this game getting a little more attention. Not because it's the best thing ever, but because it's great. Get that out of here. But at the end of the day, yeah, back to what I was saying. I think the best thing we can do is just play the game, have healthy discourse, and yeah, I don't want to say stop hoping, but, you know, accepting... Oh, there you go, there's a pulse blade kill. Accepting the minor things, right? Just, you know, have fun in the weekly game modes. Like, get the game for your friends who haven't played it. Try to put them on, and if they don't like it, don't cut all ties with them. Don't be a dick, because I think at the end of the day, not everyone wants to play games like this. Oh, God. Oh, I domed him. Doomed him. What the fuck am I talking about? God, I'm so frazzled trying to focus on two things at once. Hey, Monarch. I don't want to just... I'm trying not to just parrot what everyone else has said, but, like, yeah, have fun with the game. Try new shit out. Try, like, fuck with mods. You know, like, accept that the game is not... Like, accept Titanfall 3. Yeah, accept that there's no Titanfall 3, basically, is what I'm trying to say. What a throw. But, yeah. I'm just gonna play out the rest of this match. Just have a grand old time shooting motherfuckers. Wow. God, I'm going crazy. Yeah, this last part of the video really fucking went to shit, didn't it? I just stopped talking about meaningful shit and just went back to it. So what I was saying is, yeah, don't worry about Titanfall 3. But, yeah. If there's anything you take away from this, is that Titanfall 2 is still great, right? But that's what it's going to be. The best thing you can do about it is just fuck with mods, have a good time. Just don't listen to the fucking haters, and also don't be a hater yourself. You don't have to fucking... It's like, yeah, this game is great, but not everyone agrees. Why do you think the game failed? It's like, at the end of the day, I don't think the failure of this game was just down to the release window. I think that certainly hurt it. However, yeah, there's a lot of glaring issues with this game. I think there were server issues going on for a while. Obviously, the DDoSing and shit did not do Respawn any favors, but that was basically once it had already failed. And there was all that Titanfall Online shit going on. There was a whole... You can watch someone else's video if you're worried about that. Thought I would fucking pulse blade him. Ay. Fucking HCOG Ranger Spitfire. Like, yeah, here's something I was going to talk about. Obviously, it's the scrub mentality, right? Oh, he's using this weapon. He's using these guys, he's using the car. What a noob. There is more discussion going on this in the Titanfall community. Like, there's that Reach guy, R3EEC, something. He's been making videos about, like, some of the issues this game... Well, that was poor show. About some of the issues this game has, and I think people like him are really doing this game a favor, and I'm trying to emulate that. I'm probably falling fucking flat on my face doing this video, because I'm just freeballing it with no script and just talking out of my ass. You know, people who just don't know how good this game is are the reason it failed. But no, at the end of the day, you can't just scapegoat other people. You can't just scapegoat shit forever. The game fails for a reason, right? Like, if you're a new player and you hop on right now and you're not, like, familiar with at least, like, COD, or something with a little more movement than COD. Like, I don't know, if you're a Zoomer who came to this from, like, Ultra Kill, yeah, you might have a better time, because you know all the, like, you know that crazy movement is the name of the game. That was a fucking engagement. But, like, if you just hop onto this randomly, you're kind of going to get shit on. And that makes sense, because the people who are playing it now are the people who have been playing it for years. Take it a little bit. There's still people like this in the fucking chat, just being assholes. It's like, this is a fucking 7-year-old game. You're still just being a retard. God, what a fucking clusterfuck of a commentary. I don't think I said anything valuable. But, yeah, either way, that's my ham-fisted opinion on what's been going on with Titanfall recently. If you somehow managed to sit through this fucking complete shitfest of a video, first of all, I hope you're doing alright mentally. Second of all, thank you. Maybe I'll make a new video. I have something in the works. I'm cooking up something Titanfall related in the works that might be out soon. Trademark. No guarantees on how soon, but, you know, fucking stay tuned. And, yeah, let me know what I should. I'm trying to, I'm not gonna get a job out of this, right? But I'd like to do YouTube as a side thing. Just get my foot in the door. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Um, that's about all from me. Peace.